Today is World Press Freedom Day. For many of you who have no idea, when we celebrate the contribution of members of the Fourth Estate to the development of our society, the promotion of democracy and human rights. So please join me in thanking the members of the Fourth Estate for marking this day today. When we remember journalists like Andrew Luanga, who is now lame because of police brutality, who in spite of being given a court award of 15 million shillings, has up to today not been able to realize that court award. April is 7 years since the Walk to Work demonstrations that left tens of people maimed or killed, or others killed, in the hands of the security forces in and around Kampala. It is also a year and 6 months since the extrajudicial killings in Kasese. So while we discuss this morning, let's bear in mind the victims, their families who suffered in these sad episodes in our country. This discussion is important in the wake of events in the last couple of months in Uganda.
Ladies and gentlemen, what brings us here today is to discuss politics. But politics in relation to human rights, political discourse and human rights. Which way Uganda? Today is a conversation on the role of security agencies in protecting and promoting human rights.
I'm really pleased to be able to welcome you here this afternoon for the pre-event of the Human Rights Convention 2018. We're going to discuss the role of security agencies in promoting and protecting human rights. Now, security, or rather insecurity, has also been a recurring theme in much or parts of Uganda's history. But I think it still holds basically true that the army, the UPDF, will protect the integrity of the state, will protect the borders from invasions and foreign incursions. And the main role really of enforcing law and order is that of the Ugandan police force. Now, we all know the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and the human rights are part of the Constitution. Of course, we are hosted by Chapter 4, and Chapter 4 is where the human rights are protected in the Ugandan Constitution. So by that, just looking at that, there is an obvious role for the police in protecting and respecting human rights. Or shutting down media houses who are arresting individuals who are exercising their right of freedom of expression. And very befittingly, we have today in the Daily Monitor, there is a headline on police remain top tormentors of journalists. For that, we have invited a number of expert guests. I'm really pleased to welcome our expert guests. Ms. Sylvia Nambubiru Mukasa, the Executive Director of Legal Aid Services Providers Network. Welcome, Ms. Sylvia Nambubiru. But also Mr. Julius Otwell, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police. Welcome also, sir. And very pleased also to have Mr. Erasmus Tarukuba, is that correct? Thank you very much. Assistant IGP and also Director of Human Rights and Legal Services. We're very pleased to see you this afternoon. Thank you for coming. And thank you also to the moderator, Ms. Irene Komu. Thank you for Chapter 4 for hosting this important event. We are really pleased to co-host this afternoon and to be partnering with Chapter 4 on these issues. Thank you very much and enjoy the discussions.
Here is a time for peace. Here is a time for equality, for justice, for peace. Assalamu alaikum. Mirembe, rukundo, gumeho.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm extremely honored to have been invited to moderate this particular session.
Yeah, you know, I saw this thing growing. There was something. You are also aware that the president one time said that if he said a cow stands in Zambia barracks and his candidate stands there, the cow will win election. I think you are bad about it.
So how will a professional police officer respond to a commander who is an army man? We need to separate the army from the police, because police has its role and the army has its role.
During the trial of the suspects in the Kawesi murder, the former deputy IGP's murder in Kawa Magistrates Court, there were armed non-uniformed people who came and brutally rearrested the suspects, even though they had been granted bail. They were unidentifiable. In this particular case, what has the police force done to hold them accountable? Because even though you don't have a lot of resources, I'm sure there's just enough resources to deal with the 5-10 men that participated in this incident.
The top management of police was not happy about it. And what I know is that the Inspector General of Police summoned the HRC to explain what has happened.
So it's not a matter of defending. It's just a matter of you people taking on these people and take them back to a training board. Thank you.
Relating to LGBTI organizing, what is the actual protocol? We are aware that when we gather as Ugandans, we should be able to gather freely. But there's been a trend of people from the police being used, or they come and break workshops, meetings, events.
If there's a meeting by the political organs of the party, you don't need to notify police. But any other meeting, you must notify police.
Rights are only present when the rulers want them to be present and when they apply in their own sense. And when they don't deem them necessary, then they are erased as simple as possible. So yes, the question of human rights is intertwined with the question of governance. And in Uganda here, where it is not convenient for the rulers, there are no human rights. And when it's in the best interest of the rulers, we talk about human rights.
A state that is present when you do not want it to be, and is completely absent when you expect it or want it to be present.
But anyway, I think the points he raises, it should not be about somebody overstaying or somebody not overstaying. The issue should be, is this somebody overstaying with the will of the people?
Ugandans, now we are sitting here in this convention. I'm so happy that these kind of conventions are now sitting. I used to hear the word convention when we are going to fly out to the United States or to UK.
The challenge with having someone stay in power for 32 years is that whether you like it or not, the system, because the institutions are not as developed as would be ideal for democracy, is that the systems then start to work to support one person.
It cannot relent power. It does not hand over power. It does not cede power. It does not give power. You have to be angry and grab it.
The next thing on the program is presenting the Human Rights Award. We have 3 objectives for the award, and the first objective is to recognize outstanding individuals, all for their significant contribution towards human rights in this country. The second objective is to promote greater understanding and support among civil societies on the work of the human rights defenders. And thirdly, lastly, is to promote active involvement among the various communities, societal actors in the promotion and protection of human rights.
This year's award is going to a formidable woman. This is a woman who has done amazing things in this country, a woman who has not been celebrated enough, which is why we thought it was important to award her this year, as much as it means. This award is going to Professor Sylvia Tamale. Guys, I think we need to stand up and clap because...
Yeah, surely she deserves a standing ovation. Yeah. Congratulations, Dr. Sylvia Tamale.
Professor Sylvia is a feminist force. but not only a feminist force, she is a human rights force. She has never once backed down from speaking her mind and from speaking a truth that many of us have been uncomfortable with. Sylvia, but at this point, I would like to invite our board chair, Dr. Zahara, who is going to now present officially the award.
To Sylvia Tamale. Thank you very much, Zahara, and thank you, Chapter 4, for this very exciting. I'm very excited. I am honored, and I'm at the same time humbled to accept this award. Thank you very much.